Moving on to Asian news. Tuesday was the 81st anniversary of the Manchurian incidents. Hundreds of thousands of protesters demonstrated and caused riots in Chinese cities against Japanese claims to the disputed islands. 18th of September was a sensitive date for China, as it marks the day when Japan staged an event as an excuse for its invasion of northeast China in 1931. The anniversary, which many Chinese consider as humiliation, has prompted fresh anti-Japanese protests with the recent territorial disputes, especially after Japan's purchase of the islands from private owners. Thousands of people surrounded and protested outside the Japanese embassy in Beijing, with riot police lining the streets. As the tensions between China and Japan increased, more and more Japanese enterprises in China were impacted. The giant retail company Uniqlo had closed 42 stores in China, while Aeon shut 30 of the 35 stores in the provinces of Guangdong and Shandong. Japanese branded car sales have also fell significantly, with angry protesters damaging dealerships and overturning Japanese cars on the streets. Meanwhile, 2 Japanese landed on the disputed island on Tuesday morning. The Chinese government said it was a violation of the territorial sovereignty of serious provocation. Ex-police chief Wang Lijun did not contest the charges against him, and the verdict would be given at a later date. Wang Lijun was charged for defection, abuse of power and bribery cases. With the recent murder case of Neil Haywood, which the murderer was discovered as China's top politician Bo Xilai's wife, Wang was charged with helping cover up her crime. Although the trial was started in secret in Chengdu, the session ended with a court official read out a statement saying the defendants did not contest the charges, leaving little doubt that the verdict will be a guilty one. Most analysts predict him to be given a suspended death sentence. At a separate trial on the 10th of August, 4 senior police officers from Chongqing admitted to charges of covering up evidence linking Bo's wife Gu Kailai to the murder. A court official said they had been given terms of between 5 and 11 years in prison. The European Union proposed special preferential trade agreements with Burma, mainly due to Burma's recently improved working conditions. The European Union announced in a statement that the proposal would allow Burma, in addition to all products other than weapons and ammunition, could enjoy duty-free and quota-free access to the European markets. EU Trade Commissioner Kara de Gucht said since Burma started to open up earlier this year, he believed it was necessary to have economic supports in order to support such an important reform. He also explained trade was the basis of supports for political stability. The European Union would allow the changing Burma preferential access to the world's largest markets. Over the past year, Burma was rapidly rising from long-term international isolation, mainly due to the promotion of a series of reforms by the military governments. Now moving on to sports news. Kiwi boxer Shane Cameron has confirmed he will challenge the Australian veteran Danny Green for the vacant IBO Cruiserweights title in Melbourne in November.
Cameron announced yesterday he would fight former 3-time Australian Cruiserweight champion Danny Green for the world title. And even though the IBO are the least known of the boxing councils, this is an important fight for Cameron, as it may reignite his career. The IBO Cruiserweight title is vacant after former champion Antonio Tarver returned a positive result for a banned anabolic steroid in his pre-fight urine sample in June. In the rescheduled fight, Tarver beat Green for the Cruiserweight title. Cameron said the match would be the most important fight in his life since knocking out Monty Barrett in the heavyweight division, but now he needs to lose 9 kilograms to make the Cruiserweight division.
Otago's won the services of world-class cricket all-rounder Ryan ten Doeschat for the 2012-13 HIV Cup competition.
The Dutch international represents the Netherlands as well as playing in the lucrative English League competition. He was named Associate and Affiliate Player of the Year at the ICC Awards in Bangalore last week. He previously played for Canterbury and won the HRV Cup's Most Valuable Player Award in the 2010-2011 season, scoring 284 runs in an average of 40.57 and a strike rate of nearly 122, along with 12 wickets at an average 17.66 with his handy medium pace. Otago coach Vaughan Johnson hopes for big things from the 32-year-old Dutchman, primarily a repeat performance on the field for Otago and victory in the HRV Cup.
The South-style sad man of football, Cristiano Ronaldo, scored the final late goal to help Real Madrid beat Manchester City 3-2 in the Champions League.
All the goals came in the second half, one of an exceptional display of football, especially the 3 goals in the last 5 minutes. Both teams brought the atmosphere to a peak, with fans going from celebrations to dismay. In the first half, the great Joe Hart in goal saved a barrage of shots from Real Madrid. Without Hart, City would have been behind by at least 2 or 3 goals. In the second half, when Edin Dzeko scored the opening goal in the 69th minute to give City the lead, it was time for something different from Real, when they brought Modric and Benzema on. Marcelo equalized 7 minutes later for Real, but Kolarov's free kick went in off Alonso to restore City's lead. 2 minutes later, Benzema beat Hart with a fantastic finish inside the left-hand post to draw equal at 2-2. Madrid never gave up, and Ronaldo showed the team's spirit and commitment when scoring the winning goal in the 90th minute.
Now moving on to Happy Diner, introducing and reviewing your favourite restaurants in Auckland.
Mild braised pork is the most common and famous dish in Hunan cuisine. It is said that Mao Zedong likes eating this dish, so all restaurants in Hunan province name the signature dish mild braised pork. It is particularly important to find the perfect cut of meat for this dish, for it has to have the right balance of fat and lean meat. It needs to be cut into perfect square sizes, braised in top quality soy sauce and a little sugar until the color turns into glossy and gold, sweet yet not greasy.
光是看它油光腻腻的样子呢，就让人非常的有食欲，而且
Just looking at that gloss makes me hungry already. I love the fact that the balance of fat and lean meat is just perfect, and because the procedure of making this dish is rather complicated, the meat literally melts in your mouth, yet it's not greasy at all. And after having such a big plate of meat, there are also vegetables to ease the strong flavors.
在旁边还搭配了一些非常清爽的芥蓝来供大家品尝。
Cumin lamb is a traditional dish in Xinjiang and Middle East. The fragrance of cumin is strong and distinctive, which people tend to use on lamb to suppress the raw smell. The chef has also specially made soft bread to eat with the lamb.
孜然羊肉夹饼呢是店家每天限量制作的，因为是限量制作。
Cumin lamb with bread is produced daily with a limit, and because of this the bread is very soft with a hint of sweetness. Wrapping it around pieces of cumin lamb is definitely a great choice for this winter.
夹饼非常有劲。
The bread is chewy. We used lamb leg and lastly sprinkled dried fish and lemon on top of it.
Now moving on to Happy Diner, introducing